We are live. I wonder if anybody's going to show up here. We got about 10 minutes. Looks like we might have one person here so far. We still got some time. I'm just trying to get used to everything here, being the first time doing a live stream. I don't even know who it is at this point. If you could just comment down below or wherever it goes. There you are. So you can hear me okay? See what the time lapse on this is. Just let me know when you can hear me. Fantastic. Oh, we got two people. Oh, how we doing? Fantastic. Number 3, we're climbing pretty quick. Hey, Michael, how we doing? Good to see you. We've got about 5 minutes. I've had a little bit of activity on the channel lately, so I'm at least expecting maybe, 3 or 4 more people for the people that said that they might be here. Oh, we're up to 4. Hello, Kim. We got a couple minutes left here, about 3 minutes according to my clock. Oh, we lost somebody. So we do have a couple of spots left on the giveaway. So if anybody who's on right now, if you know somebody who could jump into that giveaway, go ahead and I'll check throughout the live stream just so that we can hopefully move forward with phase 1. If not, then we'll be delaying it for a week. Got a long list of things to go, so hopefully we have a good time today. Sorry about that. Okay, we are about 1 minute away. What do you think? What do you guys think? Should we give it another couple of minutes, or should we get started? Okay, so we'll just do a little bit of chatting. You guys want to get to? There you go. Yeah, we can. We'll open up a little chat here. That way, you guys can get to know each other. I just want to let you know that I do have a dog and some kids. So if it gets too much, we'll try to settle them down, and then we'll continue. Yes. Yep, I chatted with Kiers earlier, or last night rather. Um, Gave him my address and everything, so that will be in the mail. Which, since you brought that up, let's go right into it. So my first thing I wanted to talk about was acknowledgement. You've pointed out so many times, and that's really what we're here for, is community. So recently, I won both Spidey Hypnosis. I got a $100 gift card from mjmmagic.com, which I will be using a large portion of that towards the magic giveaway that we're doing on the channel, which I will announce later. And I was gonna mention Kiers anyway, just because he's got the fantastic slow hands and the Generation 1 stuff that just came out. But now I get to actually feature him a little bit more, because I just found out yesterday, thanks to Michael for pointing it out, that I won his half brick giveaway, which means, for those of you who knows what's in this box, that's actually going to be given away on this video by the end of this live stream, because I'm going to have more coming. So once we get to that, which will be later on in the video or the stream, we'll pick one of the people that's on the live stream and we'll just send it out to you. And then just a short list here. We've got the Magic guys. If you guys have been following them, I just wanted to mention them. Jason Marr and Josh Norbido. Fantastic. They've got their own channels, as well as a podcast that I've been listening to when I'm out on the road and stuff. I'm actually a Patreon of them, so I do what I can to support their channel. And hopefully they've got a lot of good things coming this year. And the last one is David, who's on here. He's my brother, but I just want to give you a shout out because he's starting a card collection, and most of the cards that I've been reviewing are coming from that collection. So we'll have more stuff from that collection, hopefully, because he's got a nice project going. He's trying to get some. He's buying new cards every week and allowing us to feature him on the channel. So thank you for that. Okay, so with everything here in the background, because this is part of the Phase 2 giveaway, I just kind of have it as a backdrop scenario. Is that going to be okay, or do you guys want me to move that out of the way while we're opening this wand? So absolutely. So on the channel, just to give you a breakdown, I started restructuring my channel at the end of 2020. Actually, it was the beginning of 2020 when I started. I used to do only fast food toy review type stuff, and now I've started to implement my hobby of magic and card stuff. So I'm still doing toys, but for this particular giveaway for magic, it's going to be, I think there's it's like a magic toy, and then there's going to be a magic book. But when we get there, I wanted to kind of theme it in the direction of more magic stuff, and that's I wasn't really sure. I reached out to a couple of people in the magic community to get a suggestion for what I should get, and they recommended Tenyo Magic Collection, which is a Japanese company. They produce toys for magicians. So I tried to get some of that stuff in there, and I'll let you know what I have on my list for what I'm getting from them, and you guys can let me know what you think. I still have a little bit of money because $100 goes a long way on that website. So if you guys have any suggestions for, I think it's $20 that I have left, and if there's anything that you can think of on there that you want to see, just let me know. That is mjmmagic.com. So let's go ahead and open this up here. So I bought this in mind for like a opening type situation, a blind opening. And it's Harry Potter and it's magic, so it just kind of makes sense. It does come with a wand stand. It's die cast. A lot of die cast stuff out. You know, I got these figures and everything. So it's pretty popular. So I figured it's something that if I eventually build some type of display, I'll be able to feature it in the background. Well, I guess we can take a look at who we can actually get before I start opening it there. Let's see, Magic Wand. The Elder Wand. Of course, I can't pronounce a lot of these names, but we'll try. Phileas Flitwick, Remus Lupin, McGonagall, Moody, Slughorn, Snipe, Sprout, Trelawney. So a lot of nice ones here. So go ahead and, I mean, I got 4 of you on here. What's if you guys like Harry Potter, what's your favorite? What's your house? You know, what house would you have belonged to if you were at Hogwarts? The boxes, they keep it pretty mysterious, nondescript. The Harry Potter stuff there. Personally, I would have seen myself as part of Ravenclaw. It's my personal favorite. That's in there pretty tight, keeping that in mind. So there's a nice Nice little velvet on that plastic there. It's like the stands under here. Everything's tight, tucked away pretty nice. Let's see, which one did we get? It looks like that's the Elder Wand, if I remember correctly. Trying to keep everything organized for you. And if I am moving too fast, let me know, because I don't know what the delay is on the chat. Yeah, this is the Elder Wand. So it's got some little bit of weight in the end here. My thoughts were is maybe I could use this as part of, because there's magic wands and stuff that you can get as part of magic. Maybe I can use it as part of a routine or something. There we go. So far we got 2 Gryffindors. And then the Griffin. Ravenclaw, good stuff, good stuff. Absolutely. Every house offers something different. And if you consider it from a storied perspective, Slytherin probably had... They're just very dynamic. Considering... I think, do I have this backwards here? Just because they got a lot of screen time and you saw, especially with Malfoy, I feel like in the story, he definitely didn't get the appreciation that he deserved, I don't think. He could have been so much more. But in the books, I haven't read the books in way too long, but watching the movies and stuff with the kids and all that, they definitely changed certain things that kind of affected the story, in my opinion. Obviously, it always happens, but it's almost like 2 different stories. Okay. So if you guys like Harry Potter, we're gonna see if we can do. Oh, very complex and interesting character. Yeah, I'm trying to get used to this time lapse on the chat. So for you guys, what would you find Harry Potter themed or other types of movies or books or things like that? What would you find would be the most inspirational fantasy? Typing takes time. Yeah. Yeah. Whether it be a book or a movie that had a magic theme to it, which one inspired you guys the most? Yeah, I would say just growing up, I had a handful of stuff that I jumped back and forth to. Lord of the Rings. I love how Lord of the Rings really set the tone in a lot of ways. Because then for the next 40 years, people had to live with the fact that there was this epic series that existed that brought so many elements together and created new ones. And it was really, I can't think of the word, like a fancy word for it, but it basically symbolized what was happening in the world at the time. So not only was it epic fantasy that changed the name of the game for that, but it also reflected our world so well. Well, interesting fact, I mean, bringing it back to Harry Potter there, is that it almost reflected the same story in a way, based on what I remember reading about the synopsis that J.K. Rowling put out. She always tried to retcon things, so you kind of just have to see the story in your own head the way you want to. But for Lord of the Rings, Tolkien talked a lot about, you know, the war, World War One, which he was a part of, and then J.K. Rowling has stated that the wizard, the Death Eaters, kind of represented Nazi Germany in a way. So that really, it's almost the same story elements carried on, but it's such a beautiful story for coming to age. Harry Potter, that is, you know, coming to age story. A lot of different diverse elements that play a role for everybody, and there's magic, and it's relatable because there's something for everybody in each of the characters, the starting characters. You know, you've got strong, independent people, you got creative people, you've got smart people, you've got clumsy people who end up being something great. You know, so there's lots of different elements there. And then, of course, Voldemort himself is just a testament of... Absolutely. Yep, I know. Yep, that's my dog. Say hi. That's Evie. So for J.K. Rowling, I always remember this story, and I don't know how accurate it was, but she had her son, I believe, or her child, and she didn't have any heat in her apartment, so she would go to the local cafe and she would write these stories for him and read to him just so that they could stay warm. And that's how she got discovered. So, and now she's at the top of the food chain. So something like that to consider is something that we'll talk about later, and something that I posted about before this live stream, is you're never going to know where somebody starts. And then, you know, they could be successful or they could fail, but, you know, just help people out along the way if you can. So the big question, we got, for sure, yep. Big question for Harry Potter. Unfortunately, David is not, he's not allowed to weigh in on this because he's the one that told me. Oh, absolutely. Yep. I mean, they just, for anybody who is, who's dealt with depression, which nowadays I think it's almost too common. You know, there should be way more joy in the world, but there's not. Depression can hit you at any time. Even everything can be great, and then things go bad. So that's why I try to be uplifting if I can. That's why I point out other people, give people inspiration so that they can, you know, just have some light in the dark, if you will. So the question here for it's a Harry Potter trivia question, is who were the students to achieve 12 owls? Because they have to do the owls and then they have to do the newt. That's kind of like their credits. So who were the top students ever at Hogwarts? Yep. So interestingly enough, everybody would think maybe Hermione would be at the top of the list, and this is why it's so confusing. Not confusing, but such a interesting thing is that Hermione only got 10 of the 12, and she had a time turner. So knowing what we know about what Hermione did with that time turner and how much stuff she did, there were actually people who successfully completed it without without actually. I'm not sure if they had a time turner or not, and they were there were two Weasleys that did it. That's another thing, talking about how the movies really don't help with the story, because Percy Weasley was probably one of the most dynamic and interesting characters. So Ron, I believe, got eight or nine or seven. I think maybe seven, which is still pretty decent considering most people only got like 3 or 4, which isn't really their fault. It's not really their fault because the Great War did happen at the end there. If you guys aren't finished, because you said you're reading Harry Potter for therapy, you guys are finished, right? I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Okay, I just want to. I know some people they really like to be immersed into the reading. So yeah, so Percy in the movies, he's not really given that space that he had. They kind of brushed on all of that, but you figure he was a Weasley, which a lot of people look down on them in the wizarding world. He became the assistant to the prime minister right out of school. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Uh, I know, especially the topic between movies to books, a lot of people have issues with that too, and that's why I said at the beginning there that I always view the movies and the books as two separate stories that should be considered differently. They're alternative worlds, and there are certain things I write a little bit, and you just can't transfer that to the big screen as fluidly as you'd like. You can spend 10 pages or 10 chapters on a certain idea, but the movie has to move along. It has to be quicker than that. So, yeah, so Percy and Charlie Weasley, and if you remember, David, correct me if I'm wrong, the two Weasleys, I mean, Charlie had, he did stuff with dragons, and he traveled all over the place, and Percy went on to the prime minister to be the assistant. Yeah, it's just so. I love when they capture the essence of the story in the movie, but they change it in such a way that enhances it. Which one of my favorite authors is John Grisham. He writes a lot of law-based books, and most of his characters are lawyers. And in in the one movie, A Time to Kill, there are moments with Matthew McConaughey in that movie that don't exist in the books that make it so iconic because it's a moment that sits with you in the movie. And that's good. I mean, that's when the director or the writers of the movie script really enhance the story. It's when you get stuff like the Chronicles of Shannara that it changes this. It's a completely different element. So, I've got the Dungeons and Dragons stuff here. Do you guys play Dungeons and Dragons at all? Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've watched the movie, but you have to be more specific, David. What am I bringing up? The Dungeons and Dragons or something else? Yeah, they definitely did a lot of flying around that I don't remember in the books. Which is another great point about Voldemort is the fact wandless magic. I mean, he was a very top wizard. Oh, right. Chronicles of Shannara. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, don't. Just just stick to the books. But that's why, like Severus, as far as a character, he's probably one of my favorite characters, just because he was probably stronger than Voldemort in a lot of ways. Oh, fantastic! Yep, I do. Yep, Severus is way more in depth. There's a lot of things about him that you want to, because in the books, there's a really great YouTube video out there that explains the difference between him in the books versus the movies, and he is way more dynamic and dark in the books. More of like a raw, just there's an evilness to him. And then they kind of tone that down for the movies. So in the books, you really get this darker side to him, and you understand that he was a Death Eater. He chose to be a Death Eater, but love brought him, changed everything. It was just a complicated mess. There was chaos going on inside of him. But as far as starting a D&D crafting channel, yeah, I play D&D every Friday, or try to. We do it online. And then on the channel, my brother and I, we also do blacksmithing stuff. So we do crafting. I don't know what kind of crafting we're referring to, but that's what we do. Okay, I just want to make sure that because you guys are typing and stuff, I'm checking one last time for the giveaway. Yep, so I think we only had 7 people for the card giveaway. So I don't think we have enough people for that to justify giving these ones away. But there's number 5. Who just jumped on? Yes, one of my favorite pastimes, and I say this very lightly because I've only done it once, is painting miniatures. I had such a great time doing it when I was younger. A part of my first group that we were doing, We did miniatures, and we had the dry erase board all out and everything for every game. I had such a great time doing it, but I never actually moved forward with doing it again. But painting miniatures is, it's like creating a character in 3D, because you get to paint, how they look and different things like that. So it's a lot of fun. Oh, 6 people on now. We're starting to climb. We're half an hour into it. We got people. Oh, back down to 5. Sorry, I called you out. Sorry. Oh, back to 6. I don't know. Yeah, we can hold off on the cards. If we can get 10 comments or 10 people entered into that giveaway by the end of this live stream, we'll still try to do it as best we can. So let's see here. Let's go into a... Yeah, I think... funny that you point that out. My brother and I, we used to play a lot when we were in high school. And this one Christmas, we were at a friend's house, and it was basically I don't remember how long it was. It could have been like 3-4 days, maybe a whole week. But we basically got up, played D&D, went to sleep, got up, played D&D for almost this whole vacation. And at the end of it, I was like, "Hey guys, let's back off from D&D for a second here, because it could be great." It could be great to get immersed in that world, but once you go too far down the rabbit hole and you forget to, kind of self-medicate, that's a bad way of putting it, but kind of step away from it a little bit and rest your mind as well as your body. I got so overwhelmed that I had to just take a step back from D&D for a little bit. So in yesterday's video, I started talking about magic theory, and I really wanted to open that discussion up for you guys. And I still have so much more stuff planned, just because I like to talk. So if you guys want me to move faster, then I can go faster on this stuff. But if you want to slow down, that's okay. Because I still have so much stuff. Let's see here. So, magic theory. We were talking about that in yesterday's video. I'm sorry about that. That's my wife just trying to ask me a question. I'm on YouTube. Can you hear me? Okay. Magic theory, yes. Yesterday's video was kind of an opening for that, because you guys, I'm not sure what platform you guys are coming from in terms of, if you followed me from another YouTube channel or Instagram or anything like that. If you guys, as far as magic goes, what is your personal favorite? What type of magic do you enjoy most? Whether that be like cards, coins, anything like that. Oh, Mr. John, thanks for joining. Yes, so Stage Illusion, I had the pleasure, not 2020, I don't think. I think it was the year before that. We used to go to Darien Lake, and we went, I got the chance to see, it might have been a couple of years now, I can't remember, but we went to see they do the live shows and stuff. So we went and watched somebody do some stage stuff. It's so different. I mean, you just, from my perspective of trying to see how the puzzles work and enjoying the show, you just if they're doing it correctly, you can't see it, and it's so fantastic. Even if you know the method of certain things and you can't see it, that's what I love about magic for me personally. I mentioned SpongeBalls yesterday is my favorite close-up visual effects. Things where even if they tell you how it's done, they still blow your mind just because it's so magical in a way. But yeah, we're talking about, because I know Wolf there asked whether it be stage magic or anything like that. Absolutely. I mean, you can have fast changes and you can have slow changes. And a lot of people want to do fast, quick changes because it's appealing to the eye. But once you slow it down a little bit and you put some silence into the trick and build that tension, it's so much more amazing because you really, it's lingering. If it's fast, you're like, well, something sneaky happened there. But if it's slow, you're not prepared for it because the tension is so high. But I love SpongeBob magic, and the story that I'll give you is I tell a lot of people this is there was a talk show and way, and if I can find it, I'll try to link it after. This guy was on this older talk show that there was a round table and the host there was a host and a couple of guests around the table, and the magician was kind of working his way around the table, and he was doing sponge balls, and he did this multiplying effect where he went from 2 to 4, and then you kind of expected, you're like, okay, this is going to get a little higher. Okay, he's going to go to 8 or 10 or something like that. When the guy opened his hand and he said, nope, it's 25. And the guy opens his hand, the host, not the magician, because it's all done in the hand. The whole table just started to just multiply these sponge balls. So I'll link it down below. That way you can see it. And probably didn't have to give you all of that and just let you watch it, but now it's done. Either way, it reminds me of Skyrim, or actually Oblivion rather, because you could do that dubbing effect where you make things multiply, and it just looked like that. It just looked like magic. And that's what it's supposed to be, but it just looks like magic. So absolutely love it. I'll link that down below. And I also talked yesterday in the video about organic versus inorganic magic, in the sense of, if you guys are walking around, Cups and Balls from Jason Mar, yes. And really, because he points out a lot in the podcast about how special his Cups and Ball routine is, because he does it as part of a street performance, where a trick like that would normally be done on stage with everybody in front of you. He does it 360 view. People are all walking past him, they're going around him, all this stuff, and he still does it because Cups and Balls is the oldest trick. It's one of the simplest tricks. Maybe not to master, but to learn. But it's all about what you bring to the table. It's all about your entertainment factor, your personality when it comes to Cups and Balls. Because people have gone on Penn and Teller and done Cups and Balls just for the notoriety of it, because everybody knows how it's done. But they are so good at it. They're masters of the craft, and you just have to enjoy it every time you see it. But so I asked the question in yesterday's video, if you guys saw it or not, but think about, I don't know if we're going to swimming pools a lot now, it's winter, but if you're hanging out in a public place and you want to do magic, but you don't have your cards, you don't have coins. I mean, you might always have coins on you, but what are some objects that you could just do magic with on the fly, that you would just be like, hey, let me see that and I'll do some tricks for you? Yeah, I know I mentioned yesterday about, like I said, the swimming pool, and then I thought about it, and absolutely, sugar, ketchup packets, they are on the table at every single restaurant. My wife just said Jolly Ranchers because as a father, I have candy on me for the kids and stuff, and I'll do little tricks with Jolly Ranchers. But you got to be careful because Jolly Ranchers, they melt and they get sticky. So if you're trying to set up a magic trick and you've got them in your pocket for too long, it can get messy. But yes, restaurants are probably one of the best place where people are already present. There's already things in the environment that you can do magic with, especially if you're just starting out. You can ask the host or the hostess of the restaurant and say, "Hey, is it okay if I do some roving? If I walk around and just if it's more of a spaced out type restaurant, and basically just say, "Hey, can I practice?" And walk around and say, "Hey, you want to see some magic?" It's already it's set up kind of where it gives you that possibility. Um, and everything's already in the environment. So that's really the best part about that type of situation. So for the one who said that cards is your favorite thing right now, um, the one thing about cards that I that is interesting is another YouTuber pointed this out in one of his videos is if you're practicing magic, if you're practicing with your cards and stuff, great. But if you're going out in public and you're like trying to do card tricks for people, it can almost come across it's almost inorganic at that point because you're trying to create the situation. So that's basically what this portion of the video, the live stream, is about. Is talking about when you're starting out in magic. You basically yes, coffee shops, perfect, especially cyber cafes and stuff like that, because a lot of the times people are they're very minimalist, and there might be one person behind the counter, but there's not a lot of traffic of people walking around trying to sell stuff because you just go up and get your coffee type of situation. So it works out nice. Uh, yeah, what was I saying? As far as lost my train of thought there. So going out and performing magic as a beginner, and you've got your cards. How do you create that situation? If you want to do, if you want to do card magic, what do you guys think is a good way? Besides, like, because I just mentioned that, like, if you're trying to do some roving, or the other word is busking. If what are some situations that you can create that would allow you to do that magic because the precedent has already been set? What are because as a beginner myself, I've really been thinking about ways that I can get out there in the public. Especially right now, things are a little bit harder with lockdown and social distancing, so you have to change. You can't do any card to hand. With there's certain things you can't do now. So, what are some good ways do you guys think that you could actually perform in a small setting, just like the restaurant? How would you create those situations? Because magic isn't always about just doing the magic. It's about creating that situation that allows you to perform. Okay, so let's see here. Cards. Let's see. Oh, got some stuff. Costumes as the social distancing magician. Oh, absolutely, yeah. So first thing Wolf said is cards. They disappeared on me. Wolf was talking about doing costumes or creating this effect that set up the premise of social distancing. Perfect. And Michael said he does cardistry to get people's attention. So that's fairly decent. I feel like if you're in a school or college or in a social group, performing like that, if people know that you do magic, then that's a great way to get attention. Just because there might be new people in the group. I actually wanted to mention something. I think one of the decks that I featured recently, it might have been the Archangels, is I mentioned in that I feel like that deck would be perfect for some type of masquerade type of setup. So if you're out and about like a Halloween costume or something like that, those cards would almost be perfect because they have that abstract kind of view to them. So no matter how colorful your costume is, those cards are muted in such a way that it goes very well with that. So great idea. Yep, that's a great way. What Michael just said there. Yep. Wolf said, Michael said do something, then uh, get something to catch their eye. And then if they want to learn something, so you basically show them based on what I've seen, if you do like one or two tricks and then show them something a little simpler that they can do and then have them show you, it really gives that passing on effect so that you have a more memorable moment because that's something to take away from it. Okay, so you guys might be typing and I'll see the comments as they come in. You guys want to see me try to do a card trick? I say try. We'll see how the angle works. I got my wife. She keeps texting me. I don't know. I'm not sure if she's on the live stream or not. Oh, Lydia said no. Okay. Oh well. Kids are the worst critic. I keep asking them if they want to see magic, and they're like, no. Okay, so this trick is. I'll tell you what it is afterwards. If you know what it is, then great. So basically, what we're going to start out with is we've got the cards here, and because we're on camera, I'll just do that thing, riffle down the side, and as soon as somebody says stop in the comments, we'll stop. So I'm just going to keep doing it until the comment shows up. Just try to make it as fair as possible because I think there's a little bit of lag. Okay, perfect. So we stopped about right there. Okay, so this is your card. So the best way for me to do this is I'm on my phone and it's facing towards me. So I'm going to look away. And for this trick, hopefully that works out. So you guys, I'm moving it around a little bit so you can see it. Then I put it on top of the deck. We're going to give the deck a quick little cut there. Okay, now here's where the magic happens. I snap my fingers because that's a magical gesture. And what you'll notice as we go through the cards... Oh, that one card changed colors. Okay? So nope, we messed up on the trick. See, this is why we should practice more. So how do we recover from this? I don't know. Is that your card? Let's wow, I feel so okay. So yes, I did mess up on the trick because I forgot what I was doing. So yes, so I messed up on the trick. You want me to start over? Okay, we'll start over. Okay, so we go through. We're gonna stop real quick here. So there's your card right there. Okay, so take a look at that card. We'll put that on top of the deck. Then we're going to square the deck up. Magic moment. I know, right? Just keep moving along. I mean, that's what a lot of the great magicians do, is they can really just pretend. They can really come up with scenarios to fix it. So basically, we're back to where we were at right here, which is we did the magic moment. I think, did we do the magic moment? There we are. Okay, magic moment time. Wow, I'm terrible at this, aren't I? So there's your card. And then we're just going to do this. Oh, absolutely, Wolf. Thank you. Go ahead and check out the rest of it later. Hopefully I got to plan these a little bit better because I have so much stuff. So there's your card right there. So this is where the magic happens again. We snap. We're going to go through the deck. Oh, see, we had this problem last time. One card is going to change. It really gets hidden in there. But you know what? Actually, there is one card right here, isn't it? There it is. Found your card. So I apologize for the blunder, for messing up on that. With the angles and just trying to keep everything in track when you're doing a trick. That is called the Chicago opener. I learned it recently. I learned it a while ago, but Doug Kahn just did every Wednesday he's doing a tutorial from one of these books. He's got a book that he's going to be teaching out of. So go check him out. We're going to be talking about him a little bit later. So that is the Chicago opener. Everybody that I've seen teach it has recommended this trick as just something to keep on you. Okay. So now that we've messed up on that, Wolf has left, okay? But Wolf still has a chance to win because he was here, okay? So we've got 6 people on the chat right now. If you want to go ahead and comment in the chat, that way I know all of your names are here and I know who's here. We're going to be opening up this box and we're going to be giving away to one of the people who are on the live stream. We're giving away what's in this box, okay? So I need a tool. That way, you know, this was unexpected. Yesterday, I found out, and then I figured, why not we do this? Oh, Kim's phone's going to die. Let's open this we got a tool. Be very careful with the tool. That's my opening tool for you guys who watch the other stuff. Put so much tape on here. Oh, fantastic. Yep, Doug Kahn. He does some great stuff. He's got more stuff coming. He's building pretty good. Oh, right there. We can see what they are right there. But of course, there's actually 2 in here. Let's open this up here. Anything else in the box? Nope. So I'll let that set in for a second. Michael P. already kind of pointed out what it was, but yes, this is so this is the starter edition, and this is the V2s, the snail and the tortoise from Kier Gomes. He also partnered with what's his name? I apologize, I forgot what his the person that he partnered with. Maybe it's on the box here. Oh, there it is. Yep, I thought it started with an N. Nisco. So this was the new one that just came out. It was the tortoise back. These were the originals. So fantastic cards here. I will be getting more in the mail, so you will be seeing me open them up and playing with them. But for right now, we've got these two. And, yep, Nick. That's the one. So obviously we've got 6 people on the chat, plus Wolf, who had to leave. Oh, my phone keeps buzzing. Yeah, that's because my wife keeps texting me, because she's on YouTube as well, but it won't let her comment, so she keeps sending texts to me. So I apologize for that. So how do you guys think that we should do the giveaway on this? Should I just randomly pick your names? Should I put it into a name generator? What's the fairest way to do that? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I want a half brick. So I chose to get 3 of each. And he also said before that he's going to send them either in a starter edition brick box or the tortoise. So I don't know. It's going to be a random brick, whatever the box it is that he's sending it in. So I was so excited. I completely forgot. I knew the giveaway was coming up, but I forgot what he was giving away. So when he asked me, he's like, "So do you want all 6 tortoises or 3 and 3?" And I'm like, "Oh wow, yeah. I'll definitely get 3 of each." So as you can see, we finally made our way through the first list. We're on list 2. I like to talk way too much, apparently. Okay, so while you guys are coming up with ways for me to do that giveaway, like I said, I might just do a random order thing. I have a list of names, just like I just said, Doug. I want to talk very briefly, maybe 1 or 2 sentences about people. Roll a D6, fantastic idea. Throwing that D&D in there. So yeah, I have a list of people that I watch. I might not get through all of them, but I'll definitely pick out the highlights. So the first one I want to mention is in the post that I did before the live stream, I mentioned Crazy Magic Ideas. So this is somebody on Instagram. I know, absolutely. I was so surprised and just floored that I got 2 of them back to back. So his Crazy Magic Ideas, he's got about 200 subscribers. He does more of he does silent with music over the top, and he just does some magic tricks. The one he just recently did was with a billfold. So go check him out. This is his name right here. He just recently changed his channel name to something more magic oriented. So if you want to go, I'll leave that up there for a second. If you want to just go give him a check, go through his videos, subscribe and stuff like that, just to help out a new creator. And then, so real quick, like I said, I've already given Josh Moore and Jason Marr and Josh Nobito, the Magic Guys, a great shout out there. Love them podcast, plus their individuals. If you're part of the 365 squad, great. If not, go check them out. Kier's fantastic decks that he just came out with, plus he does a lot of great videos on his channel. Rise Magic, I wanted to mention them. They have a great, if anybody's interested in doing cards, making cards, they have a great video because they just came out with some this last year. He goes through the whole setup. So if you guys are interested in that, interested in making cards or just knowing how they did it, you can always check that out. Doug Kahn, conjure.com. He's got a nice little website you can go to get a couple of nice little things. Plus, like I said, he's doing tutorials every week, so he's giving stuff away. The tutorials, he's giving away, he's teaching magic, so go check him out. This Chicago opener that I just did there was something that he taught me. I got to practice a little bit more, but it is a great effect to have. Let's see, Jay Sankey Magic. He was doing giveaways all year in 2020. I actually won. It's called a hoodie. It's a string, and just a little bit of rope magic that he sent out because I won that giveaway. So fantastic stuff, and he's doing tutorials all the time. So go check him out. Spidey Hypnosis. I just won that giveaway. He does live streams with tutorials. Fantastic big name people on that channel. So check that out. Pig Cake is an acquired taste. He's a little bit more rough around the edges, but he's got some interesting stuff if you're interested. Magic Orthodoxy. A lot of people have said that he is, just to give you that name right there, Magic Orthodoxy. He is somebody that you want to check out if you are interested in looking at magic stuff, because he does reviews of magic tricks. They send him boxes, he buys them, and he reviews what's in the box and all that stuff. So check him out if you're interested in getting into buying some effects. Roberto Blake is somebody that I found at the end of last year. He is how do I want to say it? He's a YouTube creator influencer channel. So basically what he does is he posts stuff about, if you've got a channel, for the one that was it Wolf or Michael, I can't remember which one, said that they wanted to do the D&D and craft channel. Check out his channel, because he's always posting stuff about how to build channels from the ground up. So check that out. If you are interested in coin magic, Rick Holcomb is the one. So interesting thing there, Michael, about mentioning Pig Cake is he just recently said in a video, he was joking obviously, but that's part of his stage act. So he acts that way. I mean, he might be kind of like that in real life, but he specifically said that that's part of his gimmick. So obviously the only part of him that we see is the gimmick, so that's all we know. Real quick here, Alex Pandrea, he just came out with the Nox Luxury. He's House of Playing Cards. Cures works for him as well. Fantastic channel. He does tutorials every once in a while. I will be putting the Nox Luxuries up. I was a Kickstarter for that back in October, November, somewhere in there. So I've got all 3 decks coming. The silver, bronze, and gold, or bronze, silver, and gold. Chris Ramsey, always got to put him on there because he's YouTube famous. Legal Eagle and Man Shorts. So Man Shorts is a D&D podcast. They do shorts and they do live, or yeah, I think they're live D&D sessions. Legal Eagle is just, if I watch him when he puts a video up, he just does law reviews. He'll do, a lot of people are doing like movie reviews and stuff. He does movies that have law or like court cases in them and stuff. So if you guys are interested in little shorts like that or snippets, those are great. Okay, so let's go to the magic giveaway. So this is where we're officially going to launch this. Now, let me know in the comments if you guys, because the way that I've been doing the giveaways is we have phase 1, phase 2, and now this is phase 3. This is actually a snapshot of what I have coming. So this is actually, I had each video separately. So I have the card giveaway separate, then I have the phase 2 announcement video from last Monday, and then this live stream. Do you think that I should have this live stream as the video specifically for phase 3, or should I do that separately? What is easier for you guys? Because we want at least 10 people on each giveaway in order to give it away. So while we're waiting for those comments to come in, let's take a look real quick here. So we've got the Burglar Ball from Tenyo Magic. That's one that was recommended by the Magic guys, so I got one of those. Excuse me. Linking Key Puzzle. And then a deck of playing cards. This is a magnetic ring. Oh, I'm sorry. As far as the giveaway, is that where I lost you? So what I'll do is I'll have 3 videos up. I'll have one video for phase 1, one video for phase 2, one video for phase 3. So just to keep it easier, what I was hoping to do was have each video separate for giveaways and then announce them on a different video. That way, I basically just look at the comments for phase 1 and say, okay, all these people are entered here. Phase 2, all these people are entered here. And phase 3, all these people are entered here. And before I move on to phase 2, I want to complete phase 1. So we can get as many people carried over as possible. That way we can make sure that as many people are involved as possible. Hopefully that cleared it up. Let's see. So we got the magnetic ring. We got expert at the card table. I feel like that's something everybody should have. And then I got a thumb tip. There's a methodical book that's it has 5 different essays, and the essays are kind of encapsulated with a magic trick to kind of explain them. And then I got fruit sponge balls, just because recently I've been chatting with the magic guys. I'm not sure which one it is. It could be Jason or Josh. And we were talking about organic magic, so that's why I've been talking a lot about it. And so I figured, why not buy sponge balls that look like fruit? That way I can incorporate that in the magic. So okay, so we've been on here for about an hour, so that's fantastic. Definitely a little bit longer than I anticipated, so thanks for sticking around. So looking at these items that are on here, like I said, I still have about $20 on that gift card. Surprisingly, I don't know how, but that considering I had $100, and I think, yes, the simpler the better is what I'm hoping. And we'll get through it. We just want to make sure that as many people are participating as possible. That way everybody has a fair chance. So how do you guys want to do it? Because I know some of you joined the giveaway, and this is where the confusion was. Some of you joined the giveaway with the intention of, like, say you basically said, okay, I like the cards, but I'm actually more interested in the D&D figures, or you want the magic stuff. So I guess I just want to make sure that, like, if you win phase 1, should you be able to win phase 2 and phase 3 as well? So this is my first official giveaway in a while, so I just wanted to make sure that everything is fair for everybody. But this is the list here if you guys want to take a closer look at it. I'm thinking about doing the burglar, because I don't want to do the cards, because that's a card giveaway. I want to do methodical and maybe the linking key puzzle. So that's just so you can have something to kind of carry around and be a brain teaser for somebody. So those are the 3 things that I was thinking about. If you guys are interested in more, maybe the thumb tip, then I can include that as well. So just kind of trying to get your feedback on that one, because this one is more I got this as part of a giveaway. Oh, okay, absolutely. So a different video. So basically what we'll do is we'll have this list here, and you guys can vote. Maybe I'll put up a poll on it, and we'll vote on which ones of these you want me to do as part of the giveaway. And then I will do an official announcement once we get past phase 1 of the card giveaway. I'll do an official announcement. That way people can post on that video. That way you know exactly what the giveaway is for. We would have already went through the first 2 phases, so you'll have more of an idea of what to look forward to for that giveaway. So let me know if that sounds good, and we'll do that. Okay, so we want to do a giveaway for these slow hands. So if anybody is here who doesn't want them, let me know. Just because I want to make sure that somebody's going to get them that wants them. So, I mean, I can do both, or I can do 2 winners. I mean, I'm just trying to make sure that we can do everything we can. Okay, so Michael definitely wants the V2s here. So we've got 4 people currently on right now. I'm not sure if my wife is one of them. Then there's Wolf, who had to leave. So who else is currently on? That way we know who's going to be a part of this particular giveaway. And let me know if you want me to separate them. If you want both of them, we'll keep them together. If you want to make sure that 2 people can win, we've only got 4 people on currently, but just let me know. Yeah, because if we do 2 separate giveaways, it basically gives you the... Okay. It gives you 2 chances to win instead of the 1. Okay. So we've got... Most of the people are interested in doing 2 separate giveaways. Okay, so we've got John, we've got Michael, we've got Wolf, we've got Kim, we've got David, we've got Christina. Is there anybody else on? Because I know a couple of people were jumping in and on. At one point, we had 8 people on, so... Just filling out the names. Okay, so one more time, just so I want to make sure that I've got everybody. John, Kim, Wolf, Michael, Christina, and David. That's 6 people. We had 2 other people that were on. Do you guys... I can't see the list of people that are on. I just seen how many people were watching. So is that everybody? Just looking for a thumbs up or confirmation if you guys saw anybody else in the chat there. So what I'm doing is on the computer I have it's called wheelofnames.com. So I'll bring the phone over here, and this will be for the V1s. I'll roll it twice. So first we'll do the V1s and then the V2s. So let's bring it over. Okay, and let's go ahead and click to spin the wheel. The V1 winners is John. Okay, we are going to go ahead and remove you from the list. You will be getting the V1s. Now for the V2s. This is the new one. This is the good stuff. They're both good, but And that is Kim, who won the V2s. Fantastic. Okay, back over to here. There we go. That's my fancy setup for you. Okay, so John and Kim, I will be getting those out to you. Keep in mind, I think I just wanted to touch base with Michael. So we had chatted a couple of weeks ago because you said you lived up in Montreal and it's hard for you to get stuff. So let me know if there's anything that you're interested in. If I'm at my local Walgreens or Rite Aid or anything like that, I can send stuff. So just keep me posted on that. If you're interested, we'll do some collab stuff. Toronto, that's right, sorry. Okay, so we are still looking forward to doing the Victor Back card giveaway. We still have, there's 3 winners for that, but we still need 3 more people. So if you guys know of anybody who wants to participate in either the card giveaway, the Dungeons and Dragons giveaway, or the Magic giveaway that we will be announcing, please let them know and reach out to me if you have any questions. So thanks for joining, everybody. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome.